Animal Crossing: New Horizons was nothing short of a cultural phenomenon when it launched in 2020, offering millions of players a sense of peace during the pandemic. It became a lifeline for those in quarantine, providing a delightful escape into an idyllic world where they could socialize with adorable animal villagers and customize their own island paradise. With over 40 million copies sold, New Horizons is not only the best-selling game in the Animal Crossing franchise but also the second best-selling game on the Nintendo Switch. However, 4 years later, Nintendo faces the challenge of how to keep the momentum going for future installments. The appeal of customization. A key factor behind New Horizons' success was the extensive customization options it introduced. Players could now terraform their islands, create intricate landscapes, and design their homes and outdoor spaces in ways never before seen in the series. The freedom to decorate was a central selling point, allowing players to express their creativity in a multitude of ways. However, this emphasis on customization has now created a challenge for Nintendo. Where can they go from here? New Horizons pushed the boundaries of decorating and island building so far that many players wonder if there's anything left to improve upon in future games. One suggestion to evolve the gameplay is to allow players to build and customize public services and communal buildings. While players can already place outdoor furniture and decorate their own homes, communal buildings would give the village more depth. Imagine being able to design a school, gym, or museum where villagers could interact more naturally. Public buildings could be designated by the player and serve as hubs where characters gather, adding an extra layer of immersion to the game. Enhancing villager relationships. Another area that fans have raised concerns about is the interaction with villagers. While New Horizons has a vast roster of over 400 unique characters, players have pointed out that villager dialogue feels repetitive over time. In a life simulation game where relationships with villagers are central to the experience, the limited dialogue can make the villagers feel less dynamic and more like decorative figures. Nintendo could take inspiration from its other life simulation game, Tomodachi Life, and add more complexity to villager relationships. In Tomodachi Life, players could influence how Miis interact, leading to friendships, romances, or even rivalries. Implementing a similar system in Animal Crossing would bring a new dimension to the game. Villagers could develop crushes on each other, form closer bonds, or even experience falling outs, creating a more vibrant social atmosphere. For example, Villager A could develop feelings for Villager B, and depending on their personalities, the outcome could be different each time. If the player wanted to help foster these relationships, they could arrange for the two to work together in public buildings or assign them as roommates. The addition of deeper interpersonal relationships between villagers would not only make the town feel more alive but also offer players more engaging storylines to follow. Learning from Happy Home Paradise. Another area where future Animal Crossing titles can expand is by building on the features introduced in Happy Home Paradise, a DLC for New Horizons that focused on designing vacation homes for villagers. The streamlined mechanics in Happy Home Paradise, such as selecting furniture from a catalog and placing it on a grid, made decorating more efficient and fun. Future games could integrate these features into the base game, allowing players to use these design tools in their own town or for public projects. Incorporating these features would also alleviate some of the repetition that comes from manually placing items in New Horizons. The ability to redecorate shops, museums, and other town facilities could give players more creative control over their town's evolution, something that was missing from New Horizons, where shops like Nook's Cranny only expanded once. Addressing the content plateau. The simplicity of Animal Crossing is part of its charm, but after 4 years, even the most dedicated players have started to feel a content plateau. Despite the addition of events and seasonal updates, the core gameplay remains unchanged. This raises a crucial question for Nintendo: how can they balance adding depth without overwhelming players who prefer a more laid-back experience? The introduction of new gameplay mechanics, like deeper relationships between villagers and the ability to build and customize public spaces, could help refresh the experience without compromising the simplicity that made Animal Crossing so accessible. Additionally, expanding interactions between villagers and giving them more agency in the town's activities would make the world feel more interactive and lived in. The future of Animal Crossing. New Horizons proved that Animal Crossing can evolve and adapt to meet modern gaming trends, but the next game will need to push the boundaries even further. Allowing for more customization, both in terms of public buildings and villager relationships, could be key to keeping the series fresh and exciting for both longtime fans and newcomers. As Nintendo navigates how to follow up on one of its most successful titles, it's clear that the next step for Animal Crossing must find a balance between innovation and the simplicity that has made it a beloved staple of the gaming world. By addressing these issues and building on the innovations that made New Horizons so popular, Nintendo can ensure that Animal Crossing continues to thrive for years to come.